Hello everyone, welcome to ACE Online and welcome to the session of SSC JEE 2024 revision series, right. So you all might be aware about the exam dates. We are having an exam in the June first week, right. So for that purpose we have conducted sessions and we will be conducting. So as part of this program we will be having a session related to the geography. In this session I will be taking certain MCQs, and meanwhile it is not just about by hearting the things of specific MCQs. I have taken the MCQs from the very important topics, most important topics based on the past year questions. So we will not only about solving the question, we will revise the topic as well related to that particular MCQ, right. So let's start with the session. I hope my voice as well as video is clear from my side. If you still have any issues, please do let me know, or else we will start the session. And also meanwhile, if you have any doubts in between, you can always ask the doubts in the comment section, right. Yeah, so before starting, ACE Online is conducting the test on 26th May. So there is a mock test for you. For the practice, it is the most important thing that we need to solve the test even before going into the exam. So you will let know that what type of mistakes are conducted and you will be able to correct them, right. So we are conducting the mock test on 26th May 2024, of course this month, from 1 PM to 3 PM. So you can log in for the online mode in ACE Online app and accordingly you can take the test, right. So without delay, let's move to the first question, that is related to the solar system. So we will revise not only about this particular fact, we will also cover the solar system, which will be very helpful for your exam. So what is the second largest planet in our solar system? The question is the second largest planet in our solar system: Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn and Neptune. So can anyone answer this question? Very good evening Lasya, welcome to the session. See, even if you are getting wrong, it is fine, no need to worry about it, try to answer it. So we will see that as well. So you will, whenever you are committing mistakes, so you will not be able to repeat, you won't repeat that in the actual exam. So try to answer it accordingly, yeah. So Ganesh has answered it as B. Let's see which one is the second largest planet, right. So the first, if you consider the solar system, let it be Sun, right. So this is Sun. Now we have 8 planets, total 8 planets are there. Pluto is no more a planet of our solar system because it is rotating or revolving in other part of star as well. So it is revolving on part of other star as well, that is why we have removed. So we have a Mercury, and then we have Venus, we have Earth, and then we have Mars, we have Jupiter, right, we have Saturn, and then we have Uranus and Neptune. So these are the 8 planets, right. So someone have answered it as C also, we will see what is actually the answer. So this is the, as we have seen just now about the sequence of planets. The largest planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in terms of area, in terms of size, right. After that, the second largest is Saturn. So this is the second largest and this is the first largest, right. So and then you have Uranus and Neptune as well. These 4 are called as outer planets. So Sun is here, which are far away. The last 4 planets are called as outer planets or Jovian planets as well. Jovian means Jupiter. So Jupiter is also called as Jovian. So these 4 are called as outer planets, and the inner planets are the first 4, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. So these 4 you need to remember as inner planets and the rest are outer planets. You need to remember as a sequence as well. The top size you need to remember, that is Jupiter followed by Saturn, right, and the least smallest one is Mercury, right, followed by Mars. So this top and the least you can remember. Now coming to the Earth, it is a third, right, it is a third planet in the sequence, and among these inner planets Earth is the largest one, right. So this you can remember from our solar system. So we have seen the Jupiter is the largest one followed by Saturn. So answer is, they have asked about the second largest, this is the past year question itself. So the answer is Saturn, very direct question if you know the facts, right. Yeah, so this is the sequence. And also I want to discuss few important points about the planets that will be asked in the exam. So this is a sequence starting from the Mercury, which is the first planet. So the distance, you can remember the distance of Earth, that is 1 astronomical unit. 1 astronomical unit equal to 1.4 into 10 power 8 kilometers. So this is the distance of Earth from the Sun, right? So this is the sequence. Now revolution, as Earth takes 1 year, that is 365.25, that is 365 1/4. So this is the time taken by Earth to revolve around the Sun. So the obviously as we move outside of the Sun, it takes more time to revolve. So that's why Neptune is the largest, the last planet, and it takes 164 years to revolve around the Sun, right? So Mercury takes only 0.24 year to revolve around the Sun, right? So this is important facts. Now the diameter, as I said, Jupiter is the largest one, followed by Saturn, and the least is we have Mercury, right? Same mass also the same thing, Jupiter is the largest one, followed by Saturn, and the least mass is having with the Mercury. So same as size. And very one important is about density. Many times it's been asked in the exam. Earth is having the highest density among the planets. Density means how tightly it is packed, mass per unit volume. So Earth is having the tightly packed material when compared to the all other planets. So Earth is having the highest density of 5.5 grams per centimeter cube, followed by we have Mercury. Mercury is also tightly packed, and the least is we have Saturn. So Saturn is having the least density among the planets. So this factual data is also very important to remember. So as I said, not just about solving the MCQ, whatever is related to the MCQ we will discuss here, so that yes, there is a possibility at least you will get some questions and you have to answer them in the exam, right? So this is about the solar system. Any doubts in this from the first MCQ? You let me know if you have still any doubts. So Hershey Honey has answered it as correct, very good. So C is the answer for previous question. Now let's move to the next question. What is the name of largest moon in our solar system? Earth have one moon, right? And Jupiter have many moons, and even Saturn has. Now earlier when we studied during the childhood, Jupiter was having the highest moons. Jupiter was having the highest number of moons, but now with the recent edition of discovery, if they ask you in the exam, you have to answer it as Saturn. We have more than 140 moons to the Saturn. So Saturn is the planet with highest moons in our solar system, followed by Jupiter, right? So this is one fact. Now let's answer this question. What is the largest moon in our solar system? Can anyone answer this? Callisto, Titan, Ganymede, Europa. Someone have answered it as C. Very good. Any other answers? So among the largest moons we have, Ganymede is the largest moon of our solar system. The whole, we have more than 300 moons across all the planets. So out of that, Ganymede is the largest moon, followed by Titan. This is the second largest, and this is the moon of Saturn. This is the moon of Jupiter, right? So Saturn having the highest moons, but the largest moon is of Jupiter, and the second largest is Titan. The watches that we use taken the name from this particular moon itself, that is of Saturn, and Callisto is the third. This is the again Jupiter. So Callisto is also the moon of Jupiter. So these top three you have to remember for our exam. Very good. So Lasya and Maddie Max Gamer also answered it as correct. So Ganymede is the largest largest moon of our solar system, right? So the same thing in a scale of pictorial representation, Ganymede is the largest, followed by Titan, and then Callisto, right? So Callisto is the third, right? So there are many other moons also. You no need to remember all those things. Top three you can remember, and if there is any discovery of recently from current affairs, those things you can remember as well. And Earth is having only one moon, right? So we have only one moon. That is about the second question. Next one, this is a little bit conceptual and a little bit analytical in nature rather than direct fact. Let us see. Consider the following statements regarding latitudes and longitudes. Latitude and longitude is a very direct concept, but let us see what the statements are given. Longitudes are angular distance of a place from equator. So, longitudes they are saying we will measure with respect to the equator, right, and latitudes are angular distance measured from the prime meridian, right. So, out of these two which are correct they are asking, one only, two only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 and 2. Can anyone answer this? Just read it, you will get it. Latitudes they are saying will be measured based on prime meridian, longitudes it is measured based on equator. So, let us discuss before answering this question, let me discuss with the concept a little bit. So, this is earth. Assume earth as a ball rather than seeing just this circle, assume it as a complete a ball, 360 degrees a ball, right. Now, we have a equator which divides our whole earth into two parts. So, this is a northern hemisphere, this is a northern hemisphere we call, and this is a southern hemisphere, right. So, this is a southern hemisphere. Now, earth is divided into two equal halves. So, to know the exact location, for example, you need to know this location, you cannot express in terms of latitude and longitude. If you search in maps, if anyone of aware about using the maps, you will get some latitude and longitude to exactly pinpoint the location, right. So, that is why we have divided for every degree. So, this whole face will be 180 degrees, right. So, earth is a semicircle this side and back side again there is a one more semicircle. So, two semicircles is combined to get a one ball like earth. So, that is why we have divided whole earth into latitudes. 0 degree, this is equator, and then Tropic of Cancer 23.5 north is called as Tropic of Cancer, this one Tropic of Cancer, and 23.5 degree south side, because this is southern hemisphere we are using the representation S for south, north for N, right. So, here this is Tropic of Capricorn, this is the Tropic of Capricorn. So, if you see how was this measured, these latitudes are measured with respect to equator, 0 degree, so 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, 5 degree. So, we measured the latitude with respect to the equator, right. So, that is the concept of latitude. Now, you also need to know about the longitude. You cannot say 1 degree, my place is at 1 degree. So, this place is also on 1 degree, this place is also 1 degree. So, you cannot exactly pinpoint. That is why we need the vertical division as well, vertical division as well, right. So, that is why we have this type of division. Now, you can tell 1 degree north and south of, if you want to get in between these two latitude and longitude, you can divide degree into minutes also, 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. So, you can easily tell where the place is located. So, these longitudes are measured with regard to the 0 degree longitude which is located in the London, which is located in London. So, this is a 0 degrees, and we measure longitude with respect to the prime meridian. These longitudes also called as prime meridians, right, or meridians. These longitudes also called as meridians, that also will be asked in the exam, and these are latitudes. So, the longitudes are measured based on the prime meridian, that is 0 degrees longitude, right, and latitudes are measured with respect to equator. Fine. Now, if you understood this concept, try to answer this question. If you have understood this concept, try to answer this question. They are saying longitudes are angular distance placed with respect to the equator. Longitudes are measured with respect to equator, they are saying, and latitudes are measured with respect to the prime meridian, they are saying. Now, try to answer after listening to this concept. Latitudes we are measuring with respect to 0 degree equator, longitudes we are measuring with respect to the prime meridian. Now, tell me what is the answer? Anyone? Should I go ahead with the answer? See, general studies is a very important to clear. Most of the technical students will be able to score from the technical part, but you need to also gain a certain edge from the general studies, so that you will be much ahead with the other students. So, have a very basic knowledge at least from all the static subjects that we are discussing. Very good. So, someone have answered it as correct. It is answer D, because longitude is measured with respect to prime meridian and latitudes are measured with respect to equator. So, they have given reverse, and hence both the statements are wrong, and the answer is neither 1 nor 2. Very good. Keshav also has answered it as correct, right. So, this is about the latitude and longitude, and as the context has come, let me tell you the important latitudes as well, right. So, I will tell you, try to remember them. This will be asked in the exam. This is earth, right, and this is 0 degree, equator, and 23 and of north, 23 and of north because northern hemisphere, and 23 and of south, right, and then we have 66 and of north. These are important divisions, 66 and of south, and then we have a polar region. So, try to remember these names. I will tell you. This is equator, we have seen. This is Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Cancer. This is Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Capricorn, right. This one is Arctic Circle, because Arctic Sea is there here, Arctic Circle. This is Antarctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, right. Now, this is North Pole, this is North Pole, and this is South Pole. So, this is the division of important latitudes. I hope these names you will be able to remember. You can expect question also from it, right. Next question, again this is one more important topics about the seasons. Even if you do not know, I will explain from very basic level, try to focus on here. In the southern hemisphere, we have seen earth is like this, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So, in the southern hemisphere they are asking, what is the season that starts on 23rd September? On 23rd September, what is the season that starts? Summer, winter, spring, autumn. Anyone? Summer, winter, spring, autumn. Someone said it as winter, let us see. Okay. First we will discuss the concept and then we will come back to the question. So, please focus on here, right, please focus. I will explain you how the earth revolves around the sun, how the seasons change, then you will be able to answer it, right. So, let me explain you this concept with myself as earth. So, I am the earth and here is the sun, right. So, here is the sun and I am the earth. Actually, earth should be my vertical division, earth should be like this, right, but the universe has not exactly given the earth this position, the vertical position, rather it was like this, right. So, assume this is a circle of earth with the center division, right, the axis, and this is sun. So, earth is revolving around the sun, we all know, right, but earth exactly is not straight like this, rather it is tilting towards the sun. So, the northern hemisphere is tilting towards the sun. So, whenever this is here, this northern hemisphere is nearer compared to the southern hemisphere. If you understand, the northern hemisphere is as tilted towards it, it is near to sun, and it is the southern hemisphere is little bit far away from sun because of this tilt. Now, this tilt will remain same and it will go here. Now, here there is no difference, only when it is right side it is tilted. Now, here it is same like this much distance as well as this much distance. Now, let us assume this is going like this and now it went to west side. Now, the northern hemisphere came far away from sun, right. Earlier in the right side this northern hemisphere was nearer, but now because of this tilt, same tilt will remain. Now, southern hemisphere has come close to the sun and the northern hemisphere went towards away from the sun, right, because of this tilt. You can assume like this, right, it is revolving like this, right. Now, if it is here, for every 3 months it is changing the position. If it is here or here, there is no change, because tilt is only when it is this side or this side it is impacting, but if it is here or here, there is no difference. So, it is called as equinox. Now assume it. Now let's assume it. Let me tell you the dates also. On June 21st, as we seen, it is tilting. The northern hemisphere is tilted towards sun. So that's why we have a summer in the June, May, June, July. We experience the hot summer because northern hemisphere. India is located in the northern hemisphere itself. So that's why it is tilted. So we have a summer. After 3 months, after June, this is called as summer solstice, right? That we are experiencing now. After 3 months, it will be in this position as Earth is revolving. Now this is called as equinox because same distance from here to here, but here northern hemisphere is having lesser distance when compared to this region. So this is called as autumn season. For the northern hemisphere, in 23rd September, it is autumn season, right? And as we are experiencing the summer, northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere people, right? That's why Christmas in Australia is celebrated on summer. We are celebrating in winter, but Australia in southern hemisphere, that's why they are celebrating in summer, right? So here in the northern hemisphere, we are experiencing the summer on June 21. Southern hemisphere people will experience winter. And in equinox, northern hemisphere is experiencing autumn season. Southern hemisphere people are experiencing spring season. Two names are there. For us northern hemisphere people, we have autumn on 23rd September and spring on the southern hemisphere. The same will get reversed when the earth move towards right side on 22nd December. Now what happened? Our northern hemisphere went far away. Here it is near, but this went far away. That's why we will experience winter as we move away from the sun, right? So 22nd December, northern hemisphere experience winter and southern hemisphere experience summer, right? It got reversed. Similarly, here on 23rd September, northern hemisphere experienced autumn and southern hemisphere as spring. Now we experience spring on 21st March and they experience southern hemisphere as autumn. So these things you have to remember. At least one question can be expected from this particular seasons chapter. Very, very important topic. Now come to the actual question. What they are asking? They are asking southern hemisphere, not ours, northern hemisphere. They are asking southern hemisphere on 23rd September, what they experience, they are saying, right? So someone have answered it as correct. You can see here, we are experiencing autumn in the northern hemisphere on 23rd September and southern hemisphere people are experiencing spring. So the answer is spring. So very good, Keshav has answered it as correct, C, right? So I hope this is clear. Try to revise this seasons topic, a very, very important. You can expect one question, right? Any doubt in this? Feel free to ask your doubts. If you have any doubts, please do ask so that I will clarify, right? If not, we'll move to the next question. Yes, Lasya as well as Keshav were able to answer it because we have discussed it. So you can see here as well how the earth is revolving around the sun. We have equinox, right? So then summer solstice, then we have, so for every 3 months it will take, because the total revolution time for earth is 1 year, that is 365 days. So for every 3 months it will complete 1 quarter. This is 3 months, this is 3 months, this is 3 months, this is 3 months, right? Great, very good Lasya, you were able to understand. Now let's move to the next question. So that is about the solar system we have seen, and then we have seen the climate seasons also, latitude, longitude also we have covered. Now let's move to the next topic. We will see the question. Asthenosphere is located in which layer of earth interior? So I will show you how earth is divided into layers inside of it. Now we are standing on the earth, wherever you are standing or wherever you are sitting, you are on the surface of earth. But if you go interior of earth, let me show you, observe this, how earth is divided into different layers inside the earth. So this is the earth interior, we have a number of layers. At the center of earth there is a ball, yellowish ball, a round ball, that is called as the core, innermost core, and above that this is just a half position. So half side if you can attach these layers, so there are full complete circles. So earth is divided into layers, like how if you peel the orange there is a one top layer, so you can consider it as a crust also, right. So this is the inside, this is the core, the ball, and then just above it is outer core, and one more layer above it is inner mantle and outer mantle, then crust. I will show you one more diagram, you will get a clear idea. So you can see here, if you cut the earth, as earth is circle, if you cut like a cake V shape, you will get these layers, right. So let us revise this quickly and then we will go to the question also. Topmost layer we have crust, this is the crust up to 0 to 100 meters kilometers from your top where you are standing going towards interior, up to 100 kilometers we have a crust. Then comes the mantle part, from here till here 2900 kilometers from surface we have a mantle, and mantle is divided into inner mantle and outer mantle. This is called as inner mantle, this is called as outer mantle, right. So we have a crust, outer mantle, inner mantle, and then we have seen the round ball inside of earth, that is inner core, and then above it is outer core. So these are the layers arrangement, you have to remember. All the layers are mostly solid except outer layer which is a liquid in nature, alright. So here we have a liquid, because of pressure, low pressure, we were not able to, earth could not able to make it to the solid, so that is why there is a liquid here, right. Now coming to the asthenosphere, they have asked about the asthenosphere, right. Asthenosphere is located in the outer mantle, you can see here outer mantle, and this is a viscous in nature. This asthenosphere which is part of outer mantle, a thin layer is there inside the outer mantle, this is a viscous material is there, and because of this volcanoes are giving lava outside of our earth, right. So you can see in recently news, Indonesia, Japan, there is lot of volcanoes. This is because this asthenosphere is creating the viscous material and it is throwing outside because of the pressure, right. So it can build volcanoes, mountains and all. So this asthenosphere is located in the mantle part, that to outer mantle. Now come to the answer, the question. So where is asthenosphere located in the layer of earth interior? That is how the questions can be asked. So it is not part of crust, right. It is not part of core, you may confuse between mantle, but that is of outer mantle, right. So yes, last year you are correct, outer mantle is the answer, right. So try to answer the questions also, you no need to worry about getting correct or wrong, try to answer and you will be able to handle it. Next question, this is a factual thing, there is not much to explain as a concept, but yes, I will show you the important composition of earth, you have to remember for the exam. Earth has the highest composition of what? So the whole earth, in the whole earth, what is the more composition that is present in the earth? Oxygen, iron, silicon, magnesium. Anyone? Someone have answered it as oxygen, someone have answered it as silicon, right. So let us see who has got this answer correct. This is the composition of earth, the total amount inside the earth, that is the dominant one is iron. Iron is having approximately 34.6% of iron is the dominant one, then followed by oxygen, that is 29.5, second is oxygen, and third is silica. Silicon you can see 15.2%. So top three you have to remember, the whole overall the earth interior, we have seen earth is nothing but crust, mantle and core. Out of this total we have highest of the iron, followed by oxygen, then silicon. So now answer this question, which one is having the highest? Some people have answered fine, even if you are answering wrong, that is nothing a matter, you will just learn. People who commit mistake will able to score high, right. So oxygen, iron, silicon and manganese. Yes, now you will be able to answer, the answer is iron, right, great. So iron is having the highest. Now we will know about one more important fact, that is about the crust. Someone answer me, Where is crust located in earth interior? Is it a top one, or is it a middle one, or it is a complete central one? Crust part. We have discussed few minutes back itself, right? So it is nothing but the topmost layer, the top 0 to 100 kilometers depth completely around the earth, around it. So we have a crust. In the crust we have highest of oxygen. So I am adding this because you may be confused. Completely read the question whether they are asking of the total earth or the earth crust only. So yes, very good. Samireddy Manikanta has answered correct. Kesav, Lasya, Adnan. So everyone have answered it as correct. Very good. Now understand, in the crust we have oxygen more. Oxygen is 46.6% the top layer, followed by silicon. Iron was not more, so it got the third position. Aluminum was third position, of course. So in earth crust, oxygen is having highest, followed by silicon. But overall earth, if you consider all this part, then comes the what you call this silicon, right? Then iron. Then we have oxygen and silicon, right? So these facts you need to remember, the difference between crust and the total earth composition. This is a very important. In terms of total composition, it is dominated by iron, followed by oxygen, then silicon. But if they ask about crust, then oxygen, then followed by silicon, and then third is aluminum, right? So this you need to remember. Great. Next question, very factual again. Sargasso Sea is located in Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Sea. Yes, very good. The trick you can remember, right? So can anyone answer this question? Sargasso Sea is located in. Very good. Adnan Mahmood have answered it as correct, Atlantic Ocean. So it is located in the Atlantic Ocean. Very good. We will see what actually this Sargasso Sea is. See, the water consists of 71% approximately in the earth's surface, and rest of land masses are the continents are part of the land masses. So here there are number of water currents. There was questions on water currents also. I will show you one question. So water current means a mass of water, because the temperature around the earth is not equal. At the equator we have a higher temperature, and at the polar we have a low temperatures. That's why the waters which move from equator to the northward side, that is polar wise, are warm currents. What the mass of water, like for kilometers, it will assume a ideal condition, the similar condition in this region, and this mass of water will move to the northward side. The warm water from moving from equator to the polar region are warm currents, and if the water moving from colder regions towards the equator, then those are called as colder currents, right? Currents means nothing but a water mass which is moving in the seas or around the earth. So here Sargasso Sea is formed by number of currents together. There are water currents in Atlantic Ocean which are merged together and form a small sea, and within this sea, as the water currents move in a circle manner, all the material, material in the sense grasses, sea grasses, fishes and all comes in this particular region. So this Sargasso Sea is one of the most productive water regions in the world. So here we will get lot of fishes because all the water currents are circulated and all the materials are gathered here, right? So Sargasso Sea is located in the North Atlantic Ocean. If they ask you north and south, you have to remember that it is part of North Atlantic Ocean, right? So that is the answer, Atlantic Ocean. Next question, after ice caps, this is also factual one, after ice caps, which of the following sources has the largest percentage of fresh water? If you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comment section so that I can clear. So ice caps has the highest amount of fresh water locked in the icy regions like Antarctica and Arctica. But after that, which one is having the highest amount of fresh water? Groundwater, rivers, lakes and atmospheres. This was taken directly from NCERT, which is very basic for the students to complete. So tell me. Thank you, Lasya. keep preparing, keep doing hard work. So these are all things will be really helpful for you to write even other exams also, not about just writing technical, even other like SSC, EGL and all, you can do it, right. So now tell me, so someone have answered it as reverse, any other answers? Okay, before answering this, I have directly screenshotted the NCERT itself. You can see here the highest amount of water is located in the oceans. We all know this because these are salt water and we cannot consume them. This is not useful. So 97% of our total water on earth are from oceans, but they are salty and we cannot consume them. Second is ice caps, 2%. 2% we have ice caps, but this was excluded in the question. After ice caps they are asking. Then followed by groundwater, 0.68% of the total water. Then freshwater lakes, 0.009%. Inland seas and salt lakes like Caspian Sea, right. Caspian Sea is not a sea, it is a lake, but the name was given as a Caspian Sea, right. So these are located in the 0.09%. In atmosphere, that is surrounding us, right. I will show you the atmosphere also. We will solve one question on that as well. So here atmosphere means surrounding the earth we have a atmosphere. So this we have 0.019%. Then comes the reverse. So reverse is having very least 0.001%. If you add all these things we get 100%. So you need to remember oceans will be easy, followed by ice caps, groundwater, then freshwater lakes. So these are the top 3, right. Now come to the question. So what is the answer for this? After ice caps they are asking, so which one is having highest? That is groundwater, right. So answer is groundwater. This is how, it's very simple. If you even cover basic NCERTs, you will be able to answer most of the questions, right. So try to revise them. Moving to the next question, which one of the following is the cold current? Which one of the following is the cold current they are asking. So most of you haven't, if you haven't read this, let me explain you, let me simplify it. So here I will explain you the concept, then we will come to the answer. So this is the earth, right, and this is the equator, and water is located at all surrounding the continents, around Asian continent, Europe continent, North America, South America, Australia, around that we have water, but water is not actually stable. If water was staying only here, then there will be a very heat in this region and this will be freezed. That is why there is a mechanism, physics you have to apply. Water moves from high density to less density region. So here the water in the equatorial regions will move towards the polar regions and then they will go vertically deep into the ocean and then again move towards back to the equator. So it is like a water is moving in a circular manner from equator to the poles and from again poles to the equator. So it is like a circle rotation. Assume this is a vertical, assume this is the inside the water depth deep into the ocean. So water are moving like this from equator to poles, top and bottom, it is moving like this. So this is called as the currents. We have a number of such water currents. So these, understand this, water moving from equator towards the pole are warm current because they are heated here in the equator because higher sunlight, and then they move towards the pole. And the water moving from poles towards the equator are colder currents, right, because they have got colder here and then they are moving towards the equator, right. So if this is clear, now let us move to the map. No need to worry too much complexity, but remember you understood the basic concept, right, from equator to pole and polar to equator. So here if you see the currents, these red color ones are all warm currents and the blue currents which are moving from poles towards the equator are cold currents. So I will tell you few currents which you need to remember, right, for our exam. Let us take the very basic Pacific Ocean region. Atlantic Ocean, which is very important. So here warm currents are Gulf Stream, then North Atlantic current, Norwegian current. So now we are learning it in the Atlantic Ocean. Try to remember the currents from different oceans. You no need to remember club all these things. Now we are learning the Atlantic Ocean, then we will learn the Pacific Ocean. That will be sufficient for our exam. So Gulf Stream, North Atlantic Current and then Norwegian Current. These are all warm currents in the Atlantic Ocean. Now they gone into the deeper and coming back to the equator. Greenland Current and then Labrador. These are the warm currents in the North Atlantic Ocean. Very important to remember, right? Next, coming to the South Atlantic region, South Atlantic Ocean, Guinea, which is coming from equator towards the southern hemisphere, and then Brazilian Current. These are warm currents, Guinea and then Brazil. Now it is circulating again here going towards the from polar to the equator, Benguela Current. This is the cold current, right? So here in the Atlantic Ocean, what you need to remember, warm currents are Gulf Stream, North Atlantic, Norwegian currents, as well as Guinea and Brazil in the South Atlantic. Cold currents, Greenland, Labrador and Benguela. So these are the cold currents, that is of Atlantic Ocean. Now coming to the Pacific Ocean, these two oceans you have to remember, that will be sufficient, you can answer most of the questions. Now comes the equatorial current, is always warm current because it is moving. Now this is Kuroshio Current, which is located south side of Japan. This is a warm current. Then North Pacific Ocean current, again it is a warm current. Now comes the cold current, this is turning back from the polar. This is Alaska Current, right? See, there is no trick at all. I will suggest you that you have to divide based on two ocean bodies, the Atlantic Ocean and then Pacific Ocean, and which are located in the Northern Pacific, Southern Pacific, and then Northern Atlantic, Southern Atlantic. So there was a question also, I will show you the the question that we are discussing of previous SSC only. So Alaska, which is coming towards the equator, and then Kamchatka. So these are the cold currents. And here we have South Equatorial, East Australian, which is coming from equator to the south. See, one very important trick is identify which currents are moving from equator to the pole and which are moving from polar to equator. Whichever are moving from equator to the polar, those are warm currents. Whichever are moving from pole to the equator, those are cold currents, right? Now here the Peru current, which is getting reverse and then adding. So this is the Peru current, and then Falkland current also. This is also cold current. So try to by heart them, like after video also, video will be available. So try to make a short notes. It hardly take 2-3 minutes. Keep heading as warm currents and then cold currents on 2 boxes and list it down from this diagram. So now you observe that Falkland is a cold current and Peru is a cold current. Rest of all we have discussed. Now let's see which one is the cold current. Brazil current, Guinea current, Agulhas current, Falkland current. So Agulhas we have maybe forgot, here it is, Agulhas current in the Africa, East African region, warm current coming from equator, alright. Now answer this question. Can anyone answer this? Which one of the following is the cold current? We have discussed this. Sure, Manikanda, we will attach, I will tell to the team to attach the PDF for this video, right? So you can download. I am already taking current affairs sessions on daily basis in AS Engineering channel. Daily we are conducting and we are giving PDF, right? The same way I will ask the team to attach the PDF. Yes, 3 students have answered it as correct. They are asking cold current. So answer is Falkland current, which is a cold current. So here this is the cold current, you can see blue color one. So this is the Falkland current, which is cold. And then Brazil current is warm, you can see here Brazil current, Agulhas current is also warm, Guinea current is also warm. All are coming from equator towards the polar regions, right? So very good, Kesav, Lasya and then Manikanta have answered it as correct, alright. That's all from the world history, the physical geography, physical geography. Now we are moving to the Indian geography. This is more important for you. Though it is a factual in nature, more questions are being asked from the Indian geography rather than the physical geography. So we have seen solar system, we have seen interior of earth, right? Then we have seen the what you call the currents, ocean currents as well, some ocean related things also we have covered. Now moving to the Indian geography, this is more important for you. So let's see the answer. Yes, Naveen, you are correct. Lakshadweep Islands are group of islands separated from Maldives by what? So Lakshadweep Islands we have this is India, this is Lakshadweep, and this is Maldives. So this is a channel. So here 8 degree means nothing but latitude. We have seen when we were discussing previously few minutes back, we have seen the latitudes 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. So this 8 degree is nothing but it is a latitude. So which latitude is dividing between Lakshadweep and Maldives? Someone have answered it as correct. Naveen have answered correct. Lasya has answered it as correct. Harshini is also answered correct. That is 8 degree channel. 8 degree channel. So let me briefly tell you some important facts about Lakshadweep, right. So this is a group of islands which are made by coral reefs. Lakshadweeps are all made of coral reefs itself. Coral reefs means calcium carbonates, the bones of dead material. Some million years ago we got this formation. So southernmost Lakshadweep island is Minicoy. This is the largest and the most popular, right. And we have Kavaratti. Kavaratti is the capital of Lakshadweep. It is located in the central Lakshadweep island, but southernmost and the largest one is Minicoy island. So these are two important sub islands in the Lakshadweep, you have to remember, right. Now if you see, this is Lakshadweep, the image is not clear. This is Lakshadweep, this is Lakshadweep, this is Maldives. So here it is 8 degree channel. This is nothing but 8 degree latitude. So it is dividing Lakshadweep between with the Maldives, right. And Lakshadweep we have the total, as I said, Lakshadweep islands are having 25 small islands. The total islands that are located in Lakshadweep are 25, we have to remember. It is located in the Kerala coast, west coast, right. And Amindiv islands are the northernmost. We have seen Minicoy is the southernmost, Minicoy is the southernmost, and Amindiv is the, here somewhere it will be there, it is the northernmost. They will ask you these questions also, right. So the largest and most advanced island is Minicoy island. All these facts has to be remembered for your exam. So it was taken from direct Indian political map itself. Let me check if there is any subdivision. See, these islands are not very rigid. Sometimes their new islands are also discovered, right. As of now we have 25, 2023, but let's see, let me check. Okay. So that is about the Lakshadweep. It is 8 degree channel, very very important question, many times has been asked in the exam, right. Next question, which of the Indian states, among the Indian states that we have 28, 29 states, which state has the highest number of states bordering to it? Anyone? Can anyone answer this question? Which states has the highest borders? That means, for example, if there is a state of Andhra Pradesh, how many states are bordering with it? So they are asking which state is having the highest boundaries with other states. Let's check the diagram, the map, then we will come back to the answer, right. So this is the, someone saying Madhya Pradesh. Let's see how many states are there for Madhya Pradesh, starting from north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's all. Only 5 states are bordering Madhya Pradesh. Here Uttar Pradesh came and it divided Bihar and Jharkhand not to match with the Madhya Pradesh. Now let's see for Uttar Pradesh. Uttarakhand is there 1, then Himachal Pradesh is there 2, a little boundary is there with Uttar Pradesh, then Haryana 3, Rajasthan 4, Madhya Pradesh 5, Chhattisgarh 6, Jharkhand 7, Bihar 8. So total 8 states are bordering the Uttar Pradesh, and Assam we have only 6 states. Someone have answered Assam as well. So Arunachal Pradesh 1, Nagaland 2, Manipur 3, Mizoram 4, Tripura 5, Meghalaya 6, and West Bengal 7. Assam is having 7, right, which is a good number of course, but anyway Uttar Pradesh is having highest 8. So the answer is Uttar Pradesh, which is having the 8 states. So I will give you one important guideline also. Try to know clearly about the Indian map, like what is the boundary with which countries are having the highest boundary, or which is the countries located around India, which states are matching each other. So they will ask you any type of question, so you should be able to answer it, right. So answer is Uttar Pradesh. Yes, one union territory is also having, you are correct Manikanta, that is NCR, National Capital Region, that is Delhi as well, right. So answer is Uttar Pradesh. Next question, which of the following union territories is located in the western coast in India? So we have a two coast regions, this is eastern coast, this is western coast. So which one is located on the western coast in India, they are asking. So what the options? Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, then Mahe, Andaman Nicobar Islands, both A and B. They are asking the west coast, remember western coast they are asking. So let us see the union territories that are there in India currently, right. So union territories are also very important to be remembered. Jammu Kashmir is also a union territory now, right. From 2019, union territory Ladakh as well as Jammu Kashmir was divided into two as union territories. So these are two union territories. Then Chandigarh, which is a common capital for Haryana and Punjab. Then New Delhi is also a union territory. Union territory means which is directly under the central government, there is no state governments there. Then Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli. So this is a Dadra Nagar Haveli and this is Daman Diu. Then Mahe, Pondicherry, Karaikal and Mahe, Yanam are all these four part of Pondicherry, right. So Yanam in Andhra Pradesh, Pondicherry, then Karaikal, then Mahe, these are all part of Pondicherry. And also we have Andaman Nicobar, Lakshadweep, these are all the union territories. Now what is the answer? So you can see Daman Diu are also located in the west coast and also Mahe is also located in the west coast. So here it is, here all these are located in the west coast. So answer is both A and B. Very important such questions can be framed in the exam, right. So answer is D. Very good. Naveen have answered it as correct. Adnan have answered it as correct. Lasya, Jahnavi were also able to answer it as correct. Very good. Next question. Let's move to the next topic of hills, right. So we have covered the basic geography of Indian territory. Now we are moving to cover the hill regions of India. So they have given 4 hill regions and they are asking us to locate them from north to south. So this is India, if you consider this is India. So from north they are asking to arrange from south. So as they are asking from north to south, the first option should be of the northernmost among these 4. You need to choose the northernmost among the given hills. Then comes the second northernmost, third northernmost and the southernmost. So try to answer now. They have given Nilgiris, Cardamom, Nallamala and Annamalai. So what is the answer? Anyone? So let us see the hills here, important hills of South India, then we will see the answer, right. So starting from the north and south, these are all important hill regions of the South India. Here we have Nallamala hills, below that Venukonda hills, below that Palakonda hills and then Nagari hills, then comes Seshachalam hills where Tirupati is located, a very popular area Tirupati, pilgrimage place, Seshachalam hills, Javadi hills, Chevroy hills, Panchamalai hills, then comes Nilgiris, Panchamalai and Nilgiris are approximately same, Sirumalai, then we have Annamalai hills, Palani hills, Varshnad hills and then finally Cardamom hills. So these are all the important hill regions of South India. Now they have given Nilgiris, Cardamom, Nallamala and Annamalai. So you all know at least elimination techniques will work if you are able to eliminate 2 options. So Nallamala is located in Andhra Pradesh and rest of are all not located in Andhra Pradesh, whether Tamil Nadu or Kerala. So you should take Nallamala as the northernmost one, right. So you can eliminate 2 options. A and D among there is an answer, and southernmost we have seen the Cardamom hills. This is the southernmost hills of India. So Cardamom hills should come the last. So out of this A and D we have this as last. So answer is A, 3 Nallamala followed by Nilgiri, then Annamalai, then Cardamom. So answer is A. Adnan have answered it as correct. Yes, last year I have answered correct, and Naveen. Very good. So that's how you need to not just remembering these 4, but you need to remember all these hills. Whatever the type of question they may ask in the exam, you should be able to answer it. Alright. Next question. Which one of the following is the correct order of Himalayan ranges from north to south? So they have given 4 ranges that are Karakoram, Ladakh, Janskar, Pirpanjal and Shivaliks. So within Himalayas we have a division, so northern to south. So you have to answer this as well. So what is the answer? So let's discuss first with the diagram, then we will come to know the answer, because some students may not be able to study because of their focusing on technical part. So that's why I am discussing this concept, then coming back to the question. Right. So we have a northernmost, out of Himalayas we have a ranges. Range means a continuous chain of mountains within Himalayas. So we have a northernmost one as Karakoram, then comes the Ladakh range second, then comes the Janskar range third, then comes the Pirpanjal 4, then comes the Dauladhar range 5, then comes the Shivalik 6. These you have to remember at any cost, because there are many questions on it. Alright. So Karakoram, Ladakh, Janskar, Pirpanjal, Dauladhar range and then Shivalik range. Now comes to the answer. So they have given this. First Karakoram should be there. Right. We have seen the northernmost one is Karakoram. So you can eliminate and you already got the answer. Karakoram, Ladakh, Janskar, Pirpanjal and Shivalik. So answer is A. Yes, very good. Everyone, I think almost everyone have answered it as correct. Right. Very good. So this is about the ranges. One question can be expected in SSC exam. Try to remember them. Next question. Arrange the hills in the northeast. So we have India. This is South India. This is North India, and this is Northeast India. Now comes the hills. So we are covering all the hills. We have seen northern hills. Sorry, we have seen southern hills, northern hills, and the last one we will see about the northeast hills as well. So we have a Garo, Jaintia, Kasi, Garo hills. So they are asking to arrange from west to east. So from this direction towards this direction, west to east. Right. So let's see the mapping again here of northeast Himalayas. So this is the northeast physiography, northeast India from here. Right. So this is all the northeast India. So here we have Garo in the westernmost. These are located in the Meghalaya state. Garo, Kasi and then Jaintia. So this is the arrangement. Beyond this we have some more hills, Mizo hills, which are located in the Mizoram, Naga hills in Nagaland. Right. So these are all the important hills. Patkai Boom as well, we have a important hill. Right. So now comes to the question. Let's see what is the answer from west to east. So Garo, Kasi, Jaintia. So you have to remember GKJ. GKJ. So this is the arrangement of these 3 hills, Garo, Kasi, Jaintia. So let's see, 3 should come first, 2 should come second, and then finally Jaintia hill. So answer is 3, 2, 1, that is B. Very good. So Manikanta, Naveen, Lasya have answered it as correct. Right. So that is about Garo, Kasi and Jaintia. Next one, some plateaus. Plateaus means the planar regions. Let's see. Malwa plateau is located in, located in which part? Malwa plateau. There are, I have intentionally created this question because you want to know about Bundelkhand, Bagilkhand, Chota Nagpur plateau and Dandakarna plateau as well. Because questions may not directly ask like this, they will ask you any question, you have to be ready for it. Alright. So let's see the plateaus, then we will come to this question as well. So these are the plateaus. Karnataka plateau is the southernmost one out of this Deccan plateau. Deccan plateau is southern region. Then we have Telangana plateau, then Maharashtra plateau. So these 3 as a set, try to remember with the connection to Dandakaranya. So these are the 4 plateaus in the southern region. They will ask you in which part you have to answer it. Then comes attaching to the Dandakaranya, we have a Chhattisgarh plain. Chhattisgarh plain we have just above the Dandakaranya. Above that we have a Chota Nagpur plateau, and Garjat hills are just located south side of Chota Nagpur. So this set 4 you have to remember as together, then this 2 you can remember, Chhattisgarh and Chota Nagpur plateau. West side of Chota Nagpur we have a Bagilkhand, west side of Bagilkhand we have Bundelkhand plateau, then Malwa plateau. This is what we are discussing, this is the question. So Malwa plateau is located in the west of Bundelkhand and west of Bagilkhand as well, and we have a Marwar plateau in the Rajasthan region, right. So these plateaus you have to remember for the exam. Now let us see what the question they are asking. Malwa plateau is located north of Bundelkhand they are saying, but we have seen this is the southern part, this is the south side of Bundelkhand. West of Bagilkhand, yes, this is the west side of Bagilkhand, this is located, right. So Bagilkhand is here and west side of it we have a Malwa plateau. So let us see who have answered this. South of Chota Nagpur wrong, east of Dandakarnya is also wrong. So answer is B. Naveen have answered it as, Manikanta have answered it as correct, then Sanket also answered it as correct, Lasya also answered it correct. Very good. So you have to remember this plateau regions, they may ask you in the exam, right. Next one, about the ports. So we are covering topic wise rather than randomly taking the questions. I have covered the physical geography first, right, solar system, all those things, then we move to the Indian geography. We have covered physiography, Indian location, all these things. Now we move to the coastal, that is the ports. Which one of the following is not part along with the western coast of India? So among the given ports, which is not part of the west coast? Marmago, Tuticorin, Kochi, Navasheva port. So which one is not part of western coast? Not part they are asking. See, one important thing that you need to do when you are answering the questions in the actual exam, try to read the question properly, have your mind presence 100%. Don't think about what will happen after the exam, what lunch you want to have. So always try to make your mind stable in the exam hall, so that your silly mistakes will be reduced, right. So not part of west coast. Kochi is in west coast only, Kerala is west coast. Marmagoa is also located in the Goa west coast. Navaseva is nothing but JNPT port, that is Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So these are all the part of western coast, and yes, and Tuticorin is located in the eastern coast, right. Yes, Manikanta and Naveen have answered it as correct, right. So let us see the important ports also here which you need to remember for the exam, right. Mundra port, Kandla port, these are located in the Gujarat. Porbandar is also in the Gujarat. Then Surat, Bharuch, Bhavnagar port, Verawal port, these are all part of Gujarat, right. So they may ask you in the exam. Then comes the JNPT, that is Navasheva port. Then Ratnagiri again in Maharashtra. Panaji and Marmagoa ports are in Goa. Mangaluru port in Karnataka. Kochi, Alapura ports, and east coast we have Tuticorin, Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu, Chennai port, Ennore port, Kattupalli port in southern Andhra Pradesh, Krishnapatnam port in Nellore Andhra Pradesh, Machilipatnam, Kakinada, Visakhapatnam, Paradeep in Odisha, Haldia in West Bengal. So these are all the important ports that you need to remember. So we have seen the answer as Tuticorin port, right. Yeah. Next one, now comes the river systems. Few rivers also I am discussing. See, we have a very less amount of time, so I am covering the most prominent things. Whatever we are discussing, you can expect some questions, maybe not all the questions, but yes, you will see the questions, right, directly or indirectly. Ganga is a result of confluence of which rivers? Ganga is a result of confluence of which rivers? Bhagirathi and Alkananda at Devprayag, Bhagirathi and Alkananda at Karnaprayag, Bhagirathi and Alkananda at Gangotri, Bhagirathi and Alkananda at Rudraprayag. So these two rivers are all common, so no need of focusing on. This is a question of previous year only, I have taken directly, but the place is important where these rivers are meeting. Anyone? Okay. Now let us see. This is the Alkananda river, the blue color one is Alkananda river, which starts from Badrinath, right. So Alkananda starts from Badrinath and we have the river of Bhagirathi which starts from Gangotri. So Bhagirathi starts from Gangotri and Alkananda starts from Badrinath, and these two meet at Dev Prayag, and then from there we call it as a Ganga river from Dev Prayag, right. So Bhagirathi and Alkananda are meeting at Dev Prayag, leading to the formation of Ganga. So here answer is A, that is Dev Prayag. Very good. Naveen, Manikanta, Sanket, Lasya has answered it as correct. Very good. Next question, again reverse itself. Let us see who will match up this correct. Okay, I won't explain you anything. It is a factual thing, right? So which of the following rivers with their tributaries match the following rivers with their tributaries? Tributary means a river that is joining to the main river. So they have given Godavari, Krishna, Yamuna, Tapati or Tapi, and tributaries are Tons, Pranahita, Purna and Malaprabha. So take time for 30 seconds and try to match up. First match up the easiest and the most popular one. Comment your answer, let me discuss the matchup, then we will see the answer. Okay, first one, Godavari is a very popular river, and Pranahita we have a very popular projects around it. So Godavari, Pranahita is a tributary of Godavari. This should be very basic level, everyone has to know. So A should be 2. So you can eliminate the 2. This is how you need to answer in the exam. You have to strike it off the actual eliminated options. Alright. Now comes the Krishna river. Krishna river, again it is a popular of Malaprabha river. Malaprabha is a tributary of Krishna. So B should be having 4. So we got the answer. Yamuna, Tons river, and Tapi, Purna river. Purna river is also one more river we having tributary of Krishna. Don't confuse. You have to match up in a proper manner. Purna, of course, there is one more river of tributary of Krishna, but Malaprabha is only the tributary of Krishna, so you can match up. So this Tapi is also having tributary, Purna one more river, so you have to match up like that. So answer is C. Very good. Few students have answered it even without the help. Lasya, Sanket, Naveen have answered it as correct, right? Very good. Next one, I think we are coming to the last part. We have just 1 or 2 more questions. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of rivers from north to south? So from north to south, India is, see, this is India, right? This is India, right? So they are asking from north to south which one are flowing, right? So they have given Damodar river, Brahmani river, Mahanadi river, Tungabhadra river. So out of this you have to arrange from north to south. So let's see map again, then we will go back to the question, right? So it will be easy for you to answer. Northernmost we have here the Damodar river in the West Bengal, then Subarnarekha river, Brahmani river, and then Mahanadi river. These 4, as I said, try to remember. Damodar, Subarnarekha, so DSBM. So DSBM you have to remember, Damodar, Subarnarekha, Brahmani, and then Mahanadi river, right? Then comes we have Godavari, Krishna, Pennar river, Tungabhadra here you should not forget, Krishna, Tungabhadra, Pennar, Palar river, then Kaveri river. So this is the sequence. Now try to answer this. DSBM we have. So first we have to get Damodar, that is the basic thing. So you can eliminate 2 options. After Damodar, D, yes, so Subarnarekha they did not ask, B is a Brahmani. So Brahmani should be the second, followed by Mahanadi and Tungabhadra. So the answer is A, from north to south, right? So Sanket has answered it as correct, Kesav has answered it as correct, fine. So again one more question related to the rivers, because rivers there is a important, they will ask you in the exam. Which of the following is not a tributary of Yamuna river? Which one is not a tributary of Yamuna river? Chambal, Betwa, Son, and Sindh. So, these 4 rivers, out of these 4 rivers, which one is not a tributary of Yamuna river? Let us see the Yamuna river here. This blue color one is Yamuna river, right, and then we have Chambal, we have Sindh, we have Betwa, right, we have Ken. So, these are the popular tributaries of the Yamuna: Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, and then Dasan as well, Ken as well. So, these are the tributaries. So, which one is not part of it? Sindh we have seen, this is a tributary, Betwa is a tributary, Chambal is a tributary, and Son is a not tributary, and hence is the answer. Son is a tributary of Ganga river, very very important, Ganga river tributary, right. So, Son, Naveen have answered it as correct, then Sanket also has answered it as correct, right, great. So, that is of the tributaries. Next, which of the following is not a tributary of Ganga river? We will see about the Ganga river also, that is also important. We have seen, we have covered the whole chapter of river system itself, except some 1 or 2 rivers, that is Kaveri and all, right. So, which of the following is not a tributary of Ganga? Kosi, Banas, Hooghly, Son. So, you have to answer it, because we just discussed at least 2 options can be eliminated. They are asking not tributaries of Ganga. Yeah, very good. That is how you have to answer. If you know the river of other, you will be able to know. So, Banas is a tributary we have seen of, right. So, it is a tributary of Chambal river. If you observe here, Banas is here. Chambal is a tributary of Yamuna and Banas is a tributary of Chambal river. So, this Kosi is a tributary of Ganga, Hooghly, Son also is yes, tributary of Ganga. Yes, Rasmita, Lasya, Sanket, Naveen, Manikanta, everyone have answered this correct, very good. So, let us see also, we will revise the river system of Ganga river as well. So, Ganga, as we have seen, it is merged by Alkananda and Bhagirath at Devprayag. After that, it moves towards the eastern Bay of Bengal. So, we have tributaries, let us see, revise from the beginning itself, from where Ganga. So, north tributaries Ram Ganga, then comes Gomti, then comes Gaggara, more Harappan sites were also there if you are aware about history. Then comes Gandak, then comes Kosi river. So, these are all the northern tributaries of Ganga system, north side. South side we have Yamuna river is a tributary of Ganga, then Son river we have seen, that is also tributary, then comes Hooghly river as well. Damodar is a tributary of Hooghly and Hooghly merges to the Ganga river, right. So, these are all the tributaries of Ganga. Yes. So, yes, Rasmita, answer is B, correct. Last 2 questions from environment part. We will also cover the national parks as well as biosphere reserves meanwhile. So, you can expect some questions as well from ecological geography. Seshachalam Biosphere Reserve is located in Manikanta, surely we will conduct, you can follow our other channels also, ACE Engineering Academy, ACE Online, we have conducted lot of such sessions. So, you can go back and still we will come such sessions with the census as well as some missed topics as well, right. So, Seshachalam Biosphere Reserve is located in what? Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. Very easy question. People who are from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, they might have answered this. It is Andhra Pradesh, right. So, biosphere reserve, bio means life, sphere means it is a region. So, biosphere means a big ecologically sensitive region which can allow all living beings to live there. It can be animals, it can be plants, it can be tribal people. So, biosphere is the largest part of ecological at the local level. So, try to revise these things, this very importantly they will ask you in the exam. We have around 18 biosphere reserves in India, starting from southern region, Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve, Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve, then comes the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, Seshachalam Biosphere Reserve, that is we have seen in Andhra Pradesh, right. Then going back towards the north, Simlipal Biosphere Reserve, it is national park as well as biosphere reserve also, Sundarban Biosphere Reserve, then Achnakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserves, total 18 are there in India, right. Sorry, total 20 I guess, you can count it down. So here Panna Biosphere Reserve, Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, Great Run of Kutch Biosphere Reserve in Gujarat, right? Then Dibru Saikhowa Biosphere Reserve in Arunachal Pradesh, Manas Biosphere Reserve in Assam, right? This is Kanchenjunga Biosphere Reserve in Sikkim, right? So Uttarakhand we have again Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. So these are all very important. Try to revise by passing the video in which states they are located. You can expect again one question from it, right? Last question for today, I think, yes. So the last question for today, try to answer everyone who are watching the session. Mollem National Park is located in. Mollem National Park is located in. Yes, correct. 18 biosphere reserves are there, 106 national parks we have around 50, yes, 104. Tiger reserve we have 55, alright. Now recent one as was added, it was 55, you can recollect, right. So Mollem National Park is located in Meghalaya, Goa, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan. So where is it located? So I cannot read all this national park. You can get this image, right, screenshot, or you can revise it, because national parks are always there in news, they will keep on asking. So Mahavir or Mollem National Park is located in Goa. These are all the state-wise national parks. So try to recollect them, revise them, you will be able to answer it. So this is the answer of Goa, that is Mollem National Park is located in Goa, right. So someone have answered, Saket Jahanavi has answered this, right. Yes, Lasya, you are also correct. So this is of today. So before ending, we are creating questions from these previous year questions from interpretation of our. So we are conducting an open test, not open test, sorry. So it is just cost of 100 rupees fee. You can write the test on 26th May 2024 from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. online mode of all the students, CE, ME and EE. So remember, solving the tests are very important. If possible, try to solve more also, so that you will come to know your mistakes and you will be able to correct them, right. Yes, Manikanta, we will talk to the team. If possible, we will conduct one more thing covering other left out topics, right. So that is all from my today's session. So I hope you have enjoyed and learned something from this session. We will come up with more such sessions also. We have economy as well in the coming days. Do support us, keep watching our videos, keep subscribe our YouTube channel and like our videos if you do have benefited from it. So thanks a lot and all the very best for your examination. Do hard work, don't give up in middle of the things. Even sometimes if it feels difficult to study, try to take a break and keep preparing yourself and try to achieve your goals as soon as possible. So all the best from our side and keep following us. Thank you.